We are talking about accountability partners, how having one can change everything. I was waiting for Jimmy on screen. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Mornings in the Lab, where we keep it real, we keep it raw. Yeah, we keep it a little unfiltered. I'm your host. I'm Keith Billis. I'm the child actor today. Not kidding aside. We got a child actor joining us today. Reminder, this is a explicit wake-up call. So if you're rolling over wondering if you're going to start the day today and you got kids in the room, I would invite you to walk the kids out of the room. True story. Or put the headphones on. Today's show is all about the power of accountability. And it is a show that we are looking at rock and rolling here today with you guys. And I'm joined by Seamarty Fit, John Anderson, and of course, producer Christina Flynn. And of course, on the other side of the glass, just way over there, is producer Jimmy. Yeah, he's pressing the buttons, making sure we all look great and everything. We're breaking it down today on the show. We're breaking down accountability, how it can push you further, faster. But before we dig into things, nation, I'm going to invite you to smash that like button. And if you're not subscribed, hey, we keep adding a few subscribers every single day. I invite you to do it now and drop a comment below with the goal that you are chasing this week. And before we get any further, all right, team, let's look at what we are working with today. We got Nation. Jimmy, let's bring him up on the screen here today. I'm thinking that we got lawyer Christina Flynn on the show today. We're in the black power suit, black on black. We got Jimmy and we got Johnny in the black fuck mental weakness, maybe. I'm thinking fuck. He's got his uniform on today, the black and the red shirt, the red hat, black glass. And Marty's got the black, less crunches, more crunches, the traditional red headphones on. And of course, I'm in black on black with the black Kangol hat and the brown glasses today. What's going on, team, this morning? How are you guys?
Happening, baby?
I'm good, man. What's going on?
I'm good. No complaints. So, hey, listen, I sat there with one of our listeners yesterday who's been a big fan of the show, and we had a little coffee, and I said, so what are you liking about the show? He's like, Keith, I love when I tune in that I never know what the hell anybody's going to say on your show. And then he says, next thing, I'm minutes into this thing, and then John's dropping something, and then I keep listening, and then Marty drops something, and then I keep listening, and I'm wondering what the hell you're going to say next. And he goes, next thing, 47 minutes have gone by, I'm sitting with you guys. I'm like, yes, that's the whole point of the show. We got you hooked in, and people are like, what's Anderson going to say next? So what's Anderson going to say next, Marty?
Something disgusting.
Come on, you got to give me a little more credit than that, man. I'm always saying something clever to get people to think a little deeper than they think they can. The disgusting stuff is just the icing on the cake. The cake is all the good shit. That's the pearls of wisdom.
And then the cake comes out, and your cutting's got to do the work.
This is what's going to happen. Yes. This is what's going to happen. John just went on that whole spiel. Give it 5 minutes. He's going to say something crazy. 5 minutes.
That's it. Hey, if you're just tuning into the show, before you dig in, I invite you to hit that subscribe button because you never know what's coming next. And if you miss the show, you can tune in later because we are on demand. Oh, yeah. So we do a live show, but after that, everything becomes on demand. So listen, I invite you guys to check out the channel here, Mornings in the Lab, and subscribe to it if you haven't. And if today's topic is going to resonate with you, which I know it will, share it with somebody who needs an accountability partner, who needs an extra boost. But hey, Johnny, Marty, Tina, let's get real for a second. We all have goals. Let's just do this. Get serious with you guys. We all have goals. But how many times have we set these goals, Marty, only to let them slip? How many times people go knock on your door saying, Marty, I set this goal a month ago, but I haven't hit it? Maybe it's lack of time, lack of distractions, or honestly, there's just actually nobody holding us accountable. Everybody has gym memberships. Everybody has all these plans, but there's nobody helping them be accountable. That's why, in my experience, Marty, Johnny's experience, an accountability partner is so powerful. Someone who's not just pushing you, but holding you to your word when you stop slipping. Can you imagine getting that text from Anderson saying, hey, what'd you do today? You're like, oh, I got to do something. I'm telling you, in fact, exactly, Marty, studies show having an accountability partner makes you 65% more likely to hit your goals. And if you want to get closer to 90%, state your goal publicly. Yeah, come on the show and say, I'm going to do this. That's what Wecker did a couple months ago. He's going to come back in December and say, yeah, that's what I'm doing. So it's not just about checking in, no nation. It's about someone believing in you. It's about partnering up with Marty. It's about partnering up with Billis, Flinner, Anderson, and saying, hey, man, can you help me? I believe in you, even when you don't believe in yourself. So, John,
I got to jump in right there because you said we'll help you, and that's so true. And what we're going to help you do is we're going to help you be accountable to yourself. So your accountability partner is you, because once you're there, life has changed.
Yes, that's exactly it. Marty, what do you think of that? Marty, you got people calling you all the time saying, I need help. But I'm going to suspect, Marty, the hardest thing that your clients have difficulties with is this idea of accountability. Marty, you can give them every plan you want in the world, But if they can't execute on it, or if they miss a day and they need the encouragement to get going the next day, you're there. Talk about that power of the accountability partner. Because Marty, we've been talking about this for months now. Remember we did that episode, one of our bigger episodes, with how do you break up with your accountability partner? Let's lean into this, Marty.
I would say my job is definitely to hold you accountable. My job is to hold your hand a little bit. But I'm not with you for 24 hours. So my job is to teach you the habits to do on your own without me. So when you're going in the fridge, you should hear John Anderson's voice or see Marty's voice telling you to put down the cookie dough, put it back, let the kids and the wife have it. All right. You need to grab the vegetables and the protein. That's my job. All right. So I can't hold your hand the whole way, but you got to develop those habits on your own and be your own accountability partner, like Johnny just said.
That's it. Good morning, Nikita. I see you here in the stream there. Good to have you here this morning on the show. Hey, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, I invite you to subscribe to the channel. But Tina, looking at you. So since you've joined the show and since you've been hanging out with us schmucks on a daily basis, has this idea of accountability weaved someone in your life where you're thinking about something, you're like, maybe, I don't know, because my team might call me out or hold me accountable for it, in love, of course, but talk about the power of an accountability partner from your point of view. Christina Flynn.
Yeah, I think the saying is you are the 5 people that you surround yourself with. And I think they say that, who knows who they are, but someone. I think for me, it's been like, oh, damn. Okay, I have 3 people that I surround myself with every day that I spend more time with than a lot of people in my life. And if they're all doing things that I aspire to do, both from a personal perspective and a professional perspective, they're obviously doing something right. And yeah, you begin to, like you said, John's face on the eggs in the morning, you begin to benefits also. It's not just, oh, I'm going to get in trouble, or you see directly the benefits of that lifestyle and the greatness that it brings the people around you. And then you feel more willing to, because I think for a long time, accountability for me, I was searching for like an external accountability tool. I was like, what's the tool? Keith, like with ADHD, I was like, I would literally pay for a platform that all of my money filtered through. And if I didn't do my goals, I don't get paid. Like something so dramatic and so drastic to that, because it's so difficult. But listen, turns out all you have to do is find 3 weirdos on the internet to have a show with, and that works.
It's true. And accountability, I would argue, is linked as much to purpose. When you wake up and start your day, what's your purpose? Because if you have a purpose, we talk about working backwards. Yesterday's show, we talked about setting a date in the future and working backwards from it. But if you wake up with a purpose, there's one thing I've gotten to know about John and Marty and even yourself, Flynn, is that you guys wake up with a purpose, and then you work backwards from that. And Marty yesterday dropped a video in my feed. And yes, Flynn, yes, Anderson, I did acknowledge that Marty dropped a video in my feed.
Hold on, Marty, how did it make you feel inside?
I know I'm supposed to stand on my word. That made me feel good.
You're being accountable to the fact that you let Marty know that, hey, you got the video. So now Marty can move on with his day thinking, that's that little weird son of a bitch, get the video or not. Now he knows he can go about his day.
And me and Marty had a little moment over the video yesterday. He sent me the video and we shared some moment over the words. We shared some goosebump. We shared a little bit of emotion and nation. We're going to share it with you guys. Jimmy, let's switch it up. Let's put the video on. I got the vertical, and then we're going to talk about it. Flinner and Anderson have no idea what the video is about. Just me and Marty do. And the crazy thing is, when Marty shared it with me, it just floored me, because you're like, that dude is saying that. And if anybody who, when you watch the video, like, whoa, okay, I get it. And I'm telling you, if you're starting your day with us, if this video doesn't give you a purpose to get going today, if this video doesn't make you think about accountability, then Marty, somebody has to go find a pulse and or go find another channel. You know what I'm saying? Actually. So let's put the video on here, Jimmy. Let's tune into this. All right, let's check it out. Jimmy, I got the vertical. All right, let's do it.
Purpose to me, and purpose to me is simply being useful. I used to think I was put on earth to be a wrestler. That was it. I was put on earth to be a WWE superstar. And then I started doing a little bit of acting, and I'm like, oh, no, it's easy. I'm a storyteller. No, I'm a human being, breathing air like everybody else. And I'm significantly insignificant. I'm a grain of sand on a beach in a pale blue dot out in the middle of nowhere. I just want to be useful. Life to me is a gift. And dude, I have, in my tenure, I understand. I have been given lottery ticket after lottery ticket. I am lucky. I understand my luck, and I try to live each day grateful for the luck. So when the sun goes down, I look at what I did for the day, even if it's relax. Did I earn the sunset? Some days I don't, and I motivate myself to try to do it again, but most days I do. And that's my sense of purpose. So now I have what makes me happy, and I can chase those things. And that's what makes the ride super fun, man, to me.
That's fine. That's OD. That's fine.
There we go. We have John Cena, one of the greatest WWE wrestlers of all time. No debate. True story. 100%. He's right there with The Rock and all the greats, of course. But Marty, when you saw that video, so I'm going to go around the table here. Marty, when you saw that video, something struck a chord in you to say, oh man, we got to share that with Business Athlete Nation. I got to share that with Billis. Let's talk about it. And I thought it was so timely to talk about accountability today and to weave that back to purpose. So Marty, starting with you, brother, and then moving over to you, Anderson. Marty, what did you think of that video when you saw it, pal?
We talked about it yesterday, so that's what made me think about it when I talked about the small wins are big wins, and that aligns with your purpose.
Yes.
And he was saying the same thing, where did he earn relaxing and watching the sunset? Some days he might not, but that's going to motivate him the next day to get back on his purpose. And that's what it's about. It's the loop, baby. It's the loop. Yeah, no, it's just about getting after it and chasing it every day. And you're not going to be perfect, but the ultimate win will come when you have that mindset.
Yes. Yeah. Anderson, when you saw that video, what struck you most? Again, and I'm thinking from your perspective, some relatability there because you've had a very similar career to what Cena has had. When you see that, Johnny, what do you hear?
I think when it comes down to it, I just love the fact that he's chasing that feeling. He's chasing that feeling he gets when he earns the sunset. I love to simplify things. When you break your loop down into the most simple format, it's so much easier to execute in a way that A, is going to make you happy. B, you're going to serve yourself, which you're going to serve your loved ones. And when you find this rhythm in your loop, it becomes very satisfying and you become very productive. And it becomes a way of life very easily. It's really, your habits become a system. And now you got a system of life that really serves you. And when something's serving you, it's going to serve the ones you love.
It serves your purpose. Yeah. Christina, what did you hear when you saw that video this morning?
I think for me, I go back to a lot of people struggle with, okay, but what's my purpose?
Yeah.
What do I even do with that? And for me, it goes back to a lot of my work with people. For me, I found my purpose in discovering my personal story. So having the ability to look back and see that there were moments throughout my life that almost seemed scripted. They seemed to make no sense at the time of the decisions that I made and how I made them. And then when you look at them as a timeline, you're seeing, oh shit, it's all been leading to these moments that are in my current focus. And I think that's what I guide people to do is then go back to your story. Go back to what are the things that you have done, your upbringing, your personality, early, late education, early, late career, and try to find themes in what you have done across that timeline. In there likely lies your purpose somewhere. And that's a great place to start.
Yeah. Yeah. Good morning, Tangerine. I see you there on the I see you there in the feed. Good morning. Good to have you here this morning. You know what I saw on that show? I saw in that clip. I saw a lot of myself in that. And what I mean by that is I saw this whole reminder of this is my purpose these days. I wake up every single day working on creating the biggest morning show on the planet. I wake up every single day hoping to help people achieve their biggest goals. I get so excited when I go to bed at night, waking up this morning for what we do here, regardless if one person shows up or 1,000 people show up or 3,000 people show up. I am loving my purpose right now. And I had a meeting with Christina yesterday. We were doing some work together and silently we were just doing our thing. And quietly out of the blue, she's like, something really weird about the fact that you're good at this. Like you're this DJ person in front of the camera and the radio. It's like you were born to do this. I'm like, I don't know, man. I just love doing it. I am a big fan. And I wake up every single day like Cena going, yesterday I felt like I was put on the planet to build one of the world's biggest social media management companies. But ever since I've met Marty and John and Christina and got the show on place, this is my purpose. It's my purpose. And I'm loving it. And I love that was a reminder from John Cena.
And it wasn't an accident because you then told me a story of how you were a kid that you were like, yeah, I've always wanted to be on radio. And you and I have worked on story together and you never told me this. I always wanted to work on radio. When I would go to bed at night, I had my radio, which makes me think you were born in the 1920s. My parents made me turn it off. So I would listen to it under my pillow. I would listen to the Winnipeg Jets game, the play-by-play and the color commentary each night. Like that to me this isn't a mistake that you're really good at this. There was something identified in you early that spoke to you, and now it's coming full circle.
And we're having some fun with it. And we have somebody sitting in the green room who's a child doctor. Johnny, you got a quick comment there, brother?
Yeah, I was just going to say that I think, this one thing in terms of helping people understand purpose, we start off searching for our purpose. What are we good at? What do we excel at? What can we develop? And we serve ourselves as we become this really good whatever the thing is. And then like using yourself as a perfect example, Keith, you made this company, you sold it for $50 million, boom, right? You were serving yourself, the ones you love. And then all of a sudden now you've taken this and you've started literally to start serve others. And what I'm getting at is that in someone's journey of finding their purpose, they get so good at what they're doing. They realize, okay, it's not just for me anymore. I got to give this to the world. And that when someone really gets to that certain point, they start to give their purpose back. And that's be more satisfying than we're actually developing whatever skill or whatever the thing is that's your purpose. And it's when you see people hit that point where they start to give back, it even becomes more satisfying. And that's what I want people to understand. There's a whole nother dimension to this thing. And it's pretty freaking amazing once you hit that point and you start giving it back.
It's true. And it's linked to accountability because we got somebody waiting in the green room for us, Will Greenblatt, coming up here in less than 2 minutes. But Jimmy, let's get the accountability check-in. Hey, if you are liking what you're hearing so far, I invite you to drop a comment in the feed. Subscribe to the channel. Now, what are you doing to hold yourself accountable? Because I'm going to tell you something right now, you guys.